later on it gets too hot. Okay. I like 65 degrees. Okay, here we go. I've got a nice little toy here. This is what I call my honey room knife tool. It's pretty cool just to open up the honey things. It doesn't have the lever arm when you're actually opening up a normal hive, but in the honey room it's quite a useful little toy to have. This is my knife. This is how this item works over here. You're going to come along here. This is just underneath the surface of the comb. Just like that. It's nice and hot actually. You don't want to dig it in like I just did, so you just want to get it underneath the surface. Just like that. You can see it coming off very nicely. Okay, just like that. Then you turn it around, because there are always two sides to everything. So you come along here and you go down the side there. Unfortunately, you can see now, this is when we've had 10 frames inside the hive, and we don't get, the wood is actually in the way. So then afterwards, we're going to have to come along, and we're going to give this new tool a try. This is a new decapping tool. We've got it over here, it's got all these tongues over here. We're just going to pull it down underneath the left line there, and draw it up. If it doesn't come the first time, you can do it on this side. And I need to try to practice this a little bit more. It doesn't look good for the video. And there we go. Okay, at this point here, this is when we're going to go change over. We're going to get ourselves a fork. The fork, we're going to come along and we're actually going to just scrape the cells that haven't been ruptured. So this isn't a perfect frame. And the perfect frame is when it's actually touching, it's all joined up to the wood all the way around, and it's going to be pretty solid. The alternative is to use full sheet in your super. That's going to allow your honey to be drawn out right to the edge, which is always Okay, here we go. This is another method. Unfortunately, another poor example here of a frame, but as you can see, it doesn't come flush with the frame, but you can use a knife. The knife works well. This one is proud, so you can come along here with a knife. You just do it the sawing action. I like a perforated, almost like a bread knife type of knife. It's just the sawing action, just underneath the surface as it goes along. It's just kind of cut off all of that, those cappings, and then you're going to be able to then thereafter go with the fork and perforate and just break up those ones there. This one's a very poor example because it's not touching on the side. But we'll get there, we'll get there. Doesn't look pretty, huh? There we go. Just here, you can see there we just can't get down to the frame. So we're going to go here, just going to go like that. Cut, break it up. Just that outer section. This we have to repeat 100 times. Okay, and there you have it. Got itself a little layer. It's quite different. Alright, here we go. We've got some extractors here. This is a really nice 12 frame supers or 6 frame broods. It can be modified, I think, but hasn't been modified yet. And nice big strong motor. This is my go-to extractor at the moment. It is a 8 super frame extractor, small, compact, and it works pretty well. Just remember, if you do get one, there is a cut-off switch over here that the door will activate just over there. Remember that, otherwise people call me to say it doesn't work, but it's just because of this little switch over here that doesn't allow the power to go through. Works fairly smart. Always start off your extractor your spinner at 0, okay? This is the on switch here. As you move the dial up and down, that's on now. As you move the dial, it's going to start spinning it out. It goes to that point, accelerates up to there, and then it'll start maintaining that. What you're going to look for on the sides is candy floss or little bits of honey slapping the sides over here. That's what you're looking for. And as you go, you can just increase the speed. But because I've just opened the door, as you can see, it's not working. So over here, this is going to maintain the speed here. This one doesn't have that cutoff. And you can just increase it. The moment that the extractor starts bumping around, that's when you must slow, okay? Because that's when you're going to get a blowout, and the honey is actually going to separate from the comb and everything. And you keep up the speed all the way up until you've got it as fast as you can go. The nice thing with this this way, because it's on the horizontal, you don't have to turn the frame around afterwards, as well as with this one. Whereas back in the day, if you've got one on the sides, you're going to, with the basket on the sides, after going for 3-4 minutes, you have to rotate it and then start spinning them again. Electrical is a little bit better than the good old manual ones. You can actually get yourself some good guns if you really want to work out. But if you're only doing 2 or 3 supers a year, a 3-frame manual is more than sufficient for you. Or you borrow it, you call me and I can always hook you up with an extractor for the day. We've got a nice example here of a piece of comb. You can see we've got a light spot here and we've got a very dark spot over here. This is actually drone comb that they actually started building in the super. From what it looks like is that they actually raised babies within this, because it's dark in the super here. They've had babies in here. I actually find that this honey is actually better. And I prefer it this way. So we decapped most of it, but I've got this nice little tool here that you just run over the top just to perforate those cells in order to get all of the cells open. So when we put it in the extractor, everything comes out. So it's a nice little tool to have. I wasn't too chuffed with it, but anyway, it's something else that we can look into. Okay, another problem that we do have, over here we've got crystallized honey, which is a bit of a problem because it just isn't going to come out when we're extracting. This is because it could be blue gum, it could be aloes, it could be something that's crystallized. Unfortunately, we didn't get to it in time, and it wasn't lined up properly, this frame, so we're actually going to just cut this one out and start again. Okay, did I mention that it's super sticky? It's super duper sticky. Everything we're touching is sticky. Here's another example. We've got quite a few of them that are crystallized, unfortunately. We're going to just have another go with this one here. It's a bit prouder here. You can see the drone comb. They actually didn't, the drones must have actually potentially harvested, come out. So we're just going to just take off this top caps. The maximum of time I don't like to store. If you're going to store honey, you need to store it at a really cold temperature, but then it doesn't flow afterwards. Hive beetles are going to take over. We want to actually prevent the wax moth as well. So I've got a rule that it's within 7 days I'm going to be I'm going to extract. Also, I like to get back the comb onto the hives as soon as possible. Let the bees clean it up. Do not leave a sticky outside. A sticky is referred to as a frame that's been extracted and it's in a super. Don't leave it outside. The bees are going to find it and there's going to be hell to pay. So rather just keep it stored in a black plastic bag. Go out at night, put it onto the hive that you took it off, let them move up, clean it up, and then start refilling the honey.